We are at Miami Life Center, and we are filming today for the Encyclopedia of Yoga, which is this really cool series that we're filming for this project that I can't tell you anything about. Could I be any more obtuse than that? So, do you guys want to share? Thanks, Yogi Jam, for the share. That's awesome. How's it going, everyone? I have a mic on. Can you see the little mic?
You can be AC for a second.
I'm fine. You want it?
Maybe a little bit.
I'm gonna get cold.
Okay.
So, hi. How's it going? Have you ever made your own yoga pose? No, actually I have not ever made my own yoga pose. I've only learned yoga poses. I've never invented a pose.
You did.
Really? Oh, I did, but that's not one I would ever teach anyone.
This one.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Yes, okay, I did. I invented some crazy thing. It's a terrible pose. It's Ekapada Shirsha Bakasana, which is bad. So, okay guys, so, what pose tutorial? Hey Yuko. Yuko, I saw that you're Periscope Gold. We were just talking about you. We just think that's awesome. Agatha and I were talking about you, and we think that's awesome. So congratulations. You rock. We love you. So, today's yogi emoji pose. What's today's emoji pose? What is it? Uttita Hasta? Oh, no, that's too long. Okay, now you get to choose Pincha Mayurasana in Lotus. Oh my goodness, Pincha Mayurasana in Lotus is crazy. Okay, so Pincha Mayurasana, unfortunately we already did. Pashasana we already did. Hip openers, we just did Ekapada Shirshasana. So we just did how to put the leg behind the head. We could do another leg behind the head pose. What are you watching? Okay, I was like, she's watching and she's right over there. What's going on? Supported headstand. You mean this headstand? I think we may have already done that headstand, unfortunately. We did Bakasana, right? So we already did Bakasana. Buddhasana. Buddhasana is a serious pose. That is a serious pose. Firefly. Firefly. I was thinking about doing Firefly. Gomukhasana, the cow face pose, we've already done it. We will not be doing any Kama Sutra poses, okay? So we're not doing making love in yoga. Kurmasana, we've thought about Kurmasana. Last time was Chakrasana, now you want Chakorasana. Chakrasana is a very advanced pose. Firefly, yes, firefly, firefly. Floating camel, what's floating camel? I don't know what floating camel is. How do you float your camel? Do camels float? I have never seen a floating camel. Flying camel? Floating camel? Firefly. Okay, so who votes for Firefly? Firefly, hidden dragon. Who wants Firefly? Firefly is wow, hard. So, hard. Jump into Bujapidasana. That is on there. Okay, so let's do one option. Everybody seems to like Firefly. So I'm gonna go for Firefly as option 1. Now let's go for an option 2. Option 2, Laghu Vajrasana. So I'll give you those two. One of those two. Firefly is A. Laghu Vajrasana. Firefly is an arm balance. That's called Titibhasana. Or Laghu Vajrasana, which is the little thunderbolt pose. All right. A lot of A's. B is what? Laghu Vajrasana. It's back bend, but not a deep back bend. It's actually about power. Oh my God. This is hard to choose, guys. OMG. It's a lot of A's. Laghu Vajrasana is really challenging, but Firefly is also really challenging. D is interesting too. Do both. Flip a coin. Should I flip a coin? Do you have a coin? You have a coin right there? That's so cool. Agatha totally has a coin right there. We're gonna flip a coin. Okay. This is did he give this to you? Or did you just? Oh, so this coin belongs to David Robson. Okay? Which is the heads and which is the tails? There's a head on both. Oh no, there's a, what is that? There's a base. This is a Canadian coin. This is $2 Canadian we're gonna flip. No ordinary coin. Okay, the head is gonna be Firefly. Do you agree? Head is Firefly. B, which is the Canadian bear, is gonna be Laghu Vajrasana. Okay, so let's flip it. Here we go. Okay. Uh-oh, we got the Firefly. Do you guys see it? Firefly. We got the firefly. Firefly. A toonie. It's a toonie. That's what it's called. So we flipped the toonie and Firefly won. Firefly it is. All right, here we go. Oh no, it's in.
I'm gonna send the link to the.
Yeah. We got the firefly going on. We're gonna become fireflies. TT-Basana. OMG. TT-Basana has 4 parts. Did you know that? Okay. Okay, I have to move you guys back because we're also recording this. Okay?
I'm like,
Yeah. Okay. You get moved back. She's going. Where's she going? No, you're back. You're gonna change the light? The battery and the light? Okay. Let's put y'all up over here so you can see. How did I do that last time? It seems to be all right. I am at Miami Life Center. This green juice is wonderful, actually. Perfect. You guys are good. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my mat, and Firefly is going to happen. Good? Okay. We are filming, and this is gonna be on me and Carrie's big secret project that we can't talk to you about. But you get a preview of it here. We will talk to you about it, and we'll be asking you for some awesome things. We're so excited about this project. It is just going to be awesome, but we are going to need your help to make it happen. And I hope that by giving you guys these little previews, you're getting as excited about this awesome project as I am.
it's a world first preview.
Yeah. Okay.
I love you guys.
Everything is rolling? Okay.
Title Wednesday.
Okay. The Encyclopedia of Yoga, TT-Basana, the firefly. Have you ever seen a firefly? Have you seen one? Huh. I have to see a firefly. Okay.
Okay, do not look.
Like, I'm not allowed to look. Yes, I'm not looking though.
Say bye-bye, and then you look there only.
Yeah.
And action.
Hey everyone, it's Kino here. Thanks for tuning in to the Encyclopedia of Yoga. This volume is about TT-Basana, the firefly pose. Firefly, also known as TT-Basana, actually has 4 different parts to it, and they come in increasing levels of difficulty. So you can expect to be really, really challenged. Popularly, when most people refer to the firefly pose, they talk about the arm balance, which is also known as TT-Basana A. Today we're going to go through the full sequence of the posture. You need a certain level of flexibility to enter TT-Basana. As an arm balance, this is a pose that expects you to have a certain level of flexibility. If that is not established prior to your practice of TT-Basana, you'll find that flexibility itself is a limitation or an impingement. So you don't want to actually try to stretch your hamstrings, your lower back while you're entering the arm balance. Instead, you want to work on flexibility in poses that proceed earlier in the practice. Now for today's pose, we're going to start off with the Sanskrit pronunciation. So I want you to repeat after me. TT-Basana. And again, TT-Basana. Last time, TT-Basana. Firefly pose. Let's go ahead and get started talking about the benefits of the posture. First and foremost, endurance, perseverance, and stability is the basis of TT-Basana. Since there are 4 different parts of the pose that are all strung together, you will feel like your whole body is on fire. Maybe that's actually why the pose is called the firefly pose, because you are lowering your whole body into a deep and powerful cleansing fire. Now, some other benefits of the posture are getting down into the inner space of the pelvis, deepening the hip flexion that will get you access into the innermost regions of the pelvic bowl. As you move into TT-Basana, the power and direction that you gain from understanding the inner body will translate into perhaps emotional awakening, as well as physical. What you'll gain will be emotional awakening, as well as spiritual and physical enlightenment along the way. Now that's a lot to promise from just one pose, but remember, it's one pose that's actually 4. let's get started by working on our access point into the flexibility. So we're going to do this from a seated position. Now, in order to move into Titibhasana, probably the first and most important part is your hamstring flexibility, or the hip flexion combined with the hamstring flexibility. Your chest or your torso has to slide between your thighs. So let's come up to the yoga squatted position, move your knees out to the side, and just slide the torso down. So this is kind of the first way that you can figure out if you have enough flexibility in the hips to get into the pose. If this pose is actually really hard for you, Titibhasana may be a big struggle. But if you can comfortably send your torso between the thighs, then you know that at least the flexibility is there. Then go ahead and sink your butt down, and now we're going to practice just the activity of straightening the legs. Let's start off one leg at a time. Grab hold of your left calf muscle and slide that up onto your left shoulder. I will say if you haven't warmed up, don't try this cold. Go ahead and do at least some sun salutations and some standing poses to help get your blood and circulation going. Now in Titibhasana, you do not want that external hip rotation. You want your knee to point back. So once you put your calf muscle up onto your thigh, go ahead and bend your knee back, pointing the foot forward. Then drop the left arm out to the side. And now here's the trick. To straighten the leg, do not try to straighten the leg. Instead, pull your femur down into the socket and glide through the inner space of the pelvis to allow the leg to straighten. Then you can try the other side. That's going to be the same activation once we get into Titibhasana, which is going to help you find a sense of openness. This may look like the pose called compass, but remember we're using this for a different purpose. Draw the femur into the socket and allow the leg to straighten. Now let's see if we can do both. Okay, place that calf muscle up onto the shoulder. Make sure your hair's in a good position too. Now let's do the left side, okay? Take the right hand down, left hand reaches onto the calf, glide that calf muscle behind, open the elbows. Then inhale, and as you exhale, do not try to straighten the legs, otherwise they're going to pop off to the side. Squeeze the knees onto the shoulders, press the shoulders back, draw the belly inside, and then think femurs, thigh bones into the socket, thigh bones into the socket, thigh bones into the sockets. And then allow that to straighten the legs. Straightening the arms by pushing the shoulders into the thighs, and let that go. Okay, let's shake that out for a moment. That was your flexibility test for the arm balance. Now let's see if we can put that into play to get you all the way up into that first arm balance, Titibhasana A. Come back up into that squatted position. Okay, shake that out for a moment. Now, a big contraindication, like something that you don't want to have when you try Titibhasana is a hamstring injury. If your hamstrings are injured, go ahead and sit this one out. Now, one of the biggest mistakes is spreading the knees too wide apart. Your knees want to track onto the shoulders, but only after they get in place. So you can open the knees to get yourself in position. Now, we're going to get ourselves in position, nice and easy. Okay, here we go. Slowly send the butt back and up, then lift up the heel, glide it under. Lift up the other heel, glide it under. Then, coming up onto the balls of your feet, squeeze your shoulders with your calf muscles, and then press into the arms. As you press into the arms, engage your lower abs. Come to balance here, and then slowly just repeat that same movement as you send the butt down and forward, pull the femurs into their sockets, press through the arms, widen through the chest, and allow that to bring you into the pose. Press through the shoulders, spreading your shoulders by pressing them into the thighs. Actively use your inner thighs. Squeeze the inner thighs onto the shoulders, press the shoulders back. Sink the butt down. Now, some people will have Titibhasana up. If you want to try that, shoulders forward and butt back. The traditional Ashtanga version is with your butt down. And nice and easy, let's go ahead and sit down. Okay, let's shake that out for a moment. Shake out your wrists. The key activation to getting a good lift in Titibhasana is to allow your butt to sink down while you super engage the lower abs. It feels like the iliac crest and the lower ribs go close to each other. That's what allows you the power to get the lift up. Now that was Titibhasana A. Let's see if we can look at Titibhasana B. They're actually done in succession, so let's go ahead and link those two together. Okay, now, I'm gonna put my hair up for this one, otherwise it could be a little bit funny. So, as you move, let's just take a moment. We can make a wonderful little cut. Suddenly the hair is in a perfect little knot. stays? It's not gonna stay. Okay.
Take your time.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I gotta put the hair up, otherwise it's gonna hit me in the head when I do 1jMJgZbbZgbGL.
Let me know if you want to try.
Okay. I'd rather not. My hairstylist, she used a different product.
And it's light.
It's weird.
Welcome to the club.
It's just weird. Like, it's strange. Okay. The hair is precariously in place, and on that note, we're ready to continue. Okay, after putting the hair up, let's go ahead and prepare for 1jMJgZbbZgbGL by entering it from 1jMJgZbbA. So let's take this nice and easy. Shoulders come forward, hips up. Now, go ahead and walk your calf muscles onto your shoulders. Getting that in a good position will help you into 1jMJgZbbZgbGL. All right, here we go. Legs up, 5 femurs moving into their sockets. Your gaze is at the tip of the nose. Avoid collapsing the collarbone, and then bend the knees, place them back on the ground. Drop the head down, send the butt up, and then walk your shoulders. So watch the shoulder. The shoulder wants to pop out. Shoulder back, shoulder back. If your shoulders don't move back on their own, soften for a moment, don't force. Use your quads, but soften. Then hold the calf muscle, pick it up, put it on top of your back. Pick it up, put it on top of your back. Okay, soften for a moment, then inhale, and roll that left shoulder internally. Inhale, exhale, roll that right shoulder internally. Grab hold of your fingers, then straighten the legs. Little, open the feet wide. As you open the feet wide, send the sitting bones up to the ceiling. Relax for a moment. Then inhale. As you exhale, thrust. Then again, inhale. As you exhale, move your spine into flexion. Let that come from the spine, not the head. Gaze at the nose, belly inside. Super activate the quads. Belly inside, hold it. Press the shoulders into the thighs, spread the thighs. Hold it, hold it. Okay, soften the knees. Let's just go ahead and do the next version of 1jMJgZbbZgbGL. So here you are. Your thighs may be burning. This is the endurance part of it. Now, switch your gaze forward. Here we go. All right. Inhale, move it forward. Exhale, left side. We're going to do 5 of this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Okay, we got to bring it back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We go a little faster. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. There we go. Okay, let's release and come on out. Okay, let's pause for a moment and shake that out. Oh my goodness, my thighs are burning. I think that is the real firefly version of the pose. Now, when you kind of put those two together, your endurance, the demand on your endurance comes up. So what we just did was 1jMJgZbbB and 1jMJgZbbC. Walking the firefly is a really important stage of actually beginning to initiate movement from the hip joints. It tests your dynamic flexibility, which means you need to have flexibility that's able to be put in motion. This also helps you orient by moving from your sacrum, moving from the back body, the body that you can't see. We still have one more version of 1jMJgZbbZ. Oh my goodness, this is the pose that never ends. I thought it was just the arm balance. I wish it was just the arm balance. The arm balance is kind of fun compared to all this stuff. Okay, now let's take a look at 1jMJgZbbD. This is a really challenging pose that is hard to understand, like what's going on. So let's just break this down, okay? So you're gonna come back up to your squatted position, and then from the squatted position, it's as though we've got to re-enter 1jMJgZbbB position, right? So lift the hips up, then let's glide it through, okay? Make sure your calf muscles are on top of the shoulders, calf muscles on top of the shoulders. Bring your head through, and then walk your feet close together. The easiest way to do the pose is to externally rotate the hips, lift your hips up, and wiggle those fingers around, pressing while you straighten the legs. This is the easiest version of the pose, pressing the shoulders into the calf muscles to slide your torso through the thighs. Now, the harder version of the pose, which is very difficult for me, is to try to keep the feet closer and parallel. This works really well for some people, not for me. I really struggle to get those fingertips all the way around and kind of find more of a straight position with the legs. Think about sitting the sacrum up, bases the big toes in, and exhale down.
Can you go back to the hand? I'm sorry.
And then slowly come out, taking the hands down, and then let's just pop it down. Okay. Okay, let's just pause for a moment and shake that out. We've got all the components for the full Tittibhasana sequence. I don't know about you, but I am sweating a little bit. So we're gonna welcome that fire, that heat, perspiration into the body, and then just kind of sink into it. Don't avoid it. Don't feel like, oh, I'm sweating so much. This is horrible. Just kind of relax. It's okay. Tittibhasana is one of these poses that even if you're flexible and you can have the flexibility for the pose, you should focus on the strength aspects, the endurance aspects. If you're tighter, don't force your body into it. Just go as far as you can go. Never hit it too hard. Always look for the spot where there's sweetness in the pose. Let's see if we can link that whole series together and go through one full expression of the traditional Tittibhasana practice. I have a feeling this needs a little help before. Reposition the hair. Here we go. Okay. Alrighty.
And do this here where you on the side.
Okay, let's see if we can go into the full version of Tittibhasana. Now we're going to enter Tittibhasana A from downward facing dog. There are two ways to do this. First, you can jump forward and enter the pose. I'm not going to show you that one. I'll kind of mark it for you. If you want to do that one, you can just jump forward and then enter the pose, which is what we've done. Or you can try to jump directly into the posture, which is what I'll show you now. This is the same dynamic as jumping into Bhujapadasana. There are two versions of this. So, you okay? All right. There are two versions of this, and I'll show you the easier one first. The easier version of the jump keeps the hips relatively low, and then inhale, jump. And you can straighten the legs from there. And you jump to your thighs, so the thighs to the outer edges of your arms. Now the second version, you're going to jump up, meaning the hips are going to stack over the shoulders, and then you're going to curl gently down as you find the landing. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can go through that. All right, so you're going to think hips over the shoulders. So here we go. All right, and you can take a full jump back, but I'm going to stay on the mat for right now. Inhale, hips over the shoulders. Inhale, hips over the shoulders. You get to press up. The legs may be a little wide. Bring them in. Curl. Use your lower abs. Curl, curl. Sink the hips, slide forward and squeeze the thighs. Straighten the arms as much as you can. Lower abs. Femurs into their sockets. Gaze at the nose. And exhale, settle those feet down. Okay, we gotta do Tittibhasana B. Here we go. Hips up. Walk those shoulders under your calves. Pick up the calves, slide them around. Pick up the calf, slide it around. Internal rotation of the shoulders. Interlock the fingers. Relax. Inhale. As you exhale, thrust into the legs, straighten the legs, widen the heels, and lift. What's going on? Oh, the lights. Okay. I gotta stop, the light died. Oh, that's okay. That's a terrible place. I really wanted to do that all together as one cut. Man. All right. All right, take a moment and just relax through it for a moment. Spread your legs, then inhale. As you exhale, thrust it through. Widen the legs as much as you need to. Heels apart, sitting bones up to the sky. Belly inside, inhale. Again, as you exhale, curl with the abs. Use your abs, spinal flexion. Pull the shoulders through, shoulders, shoulders, and look forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just little steps. Two more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Come on back. Three more. Come on back. Two more. Come on back. And last time, just do an extra one, no problem. And then I like to walk the feet forward for Tittibhasana D. Get yourself into position. Head into position. Okay, your thighs are burning. Let them burn. Hips up. Interlock fingers, touch fingertips. Hands down. Shift those shoulders forward. And full Titibasana for a moment. Return to the arm balance. Jump back. Shoulders forward. Hips back and up. Bakasana. Inhale. Exhale. Jump back. Chaturanga. Fall down. Chaturanga. Okay. Inhale. Upward facing. Pause it for a moment after all that forward bend. Upward facing, you need a moment. Talk to the sacrum. Everybody's happy. And exhale, downward facing. Then let's come on forward. Come on back to seated. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whose idea was this? Yeah, it was their idea. Okay. Okay. All right, let's come on back to seated. Oh my goodness. Titibasana is like a whole practice in and of itself. This is a whole journey. And you may find that you reach an obstacle, one obstacle. You may find that this pose has many obstacles, not just one. You may find flexibility, stamina. You may find strength, endurance, challenge. You may find emotions come up. You may feel like you're burning, like you want to quit, like you want to give up. But if you stay through the whole process, you will develop a confidence that is transcendent of the vicissitudes of life, the ups and downs which will inevitably create the feeling of chaos. And if you can find your sense of peace through Titibasana, well, I think you can find your sense of peace through any difficult situation. Remember to keep a calm and equanimous mind that is objective. For example, when your thighs are burning, do not say, oh my God, the thighs are burning. Just observe. The thighs are burning. And see if you can stay and continue through the process. Remember that burning in the thighs is very safe, although extremely uncomfortable. If you ever feel pinching sensations in the joints, you gotta come down. Places to watch out for in Titibasana, your collarbone. Just like in any forward fold where the legs are behind the head, you gotta watch out for your collarbone. Make sure that there's no pinching in the center of the collarbone or no pinching in the shoulders. Watch out for your low back. If you ever feel a sharp pain around the joints of the spine, you wanna come out. Same thing with your sacrum. If you ever feel any instability in your sacroiliac joints, you wanna come out. Last place to really look out for, the hip joints. If you ever feel like a sharp pinching in the hip joints, you gotta come out of the pose. Never force yourself, so go as far as you can. If you can't bind the hands, it's usually a flexibility problem for those middle positions of Titibasana. So you can either grab a strap or a towel if you feel comfortable modifying that, although it's a little tricky to get a hold of it. Or you can just leave the hands as close as they can towards binding, and one day you may find the fingertips and go all the way. Now, I don't necessarily think it's important if you have your fingertips that you need to grab the wrist. If it's easy for you, sure. But it's not like there's a goal where one day you have to grab the wrist. Never judge yourself by how far you get into the pose. Instead, just learn the lesson of the journey of yoga. Let it take however long it takes. The real benefits of a pose like Titibasana are perseverance, patience, and kindness. Be kind to yourself, forgive yourself for however many times you fall out of the pose, and never judge yourself by how deeply you can forward fold or how deeply your leg goes behind your head. Remember, the heart of yoga is a spiritual journey that leads you into more light and more love in every moment of your life. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep the seed of inspiration in your practice. Namaste.
I'm so sorry for that.
It's okay. That's alright. I just wanted to, I was like, let me bust that all the way through. Hey guys.
It's getting really dark.
Yeah. You want to wrap it up? Can you start to wrap it up?
It's not bad, but it's the difference between the quality of the first
That's
one.
fine. We can wrap it up. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright guys, thanks for joining. Don't stop. Yeah, well, we gotta wrap it up, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. Maybe we can do a few pictures. What do you think? I don't know. Let me take this off. The pictures can be okay now, right? What do you think? Oh, the camera went off. Maybe we make a few pictures. That's what I think. Maybe we should do a few with the phone for Insta stories or something.
For sure, that's, yeah. And then we put something the other one.
Okay. We'll take some pictures.
I just wanted to be fun the rest of the
It's a good idea. So we face the other way so there's more light? Or which way is better? You'll see.
Yeah, I don't know when it's here.
Well, where'd everyone go?
Is it like last time?
Well, it was interesting. When I was doing the class, I came back and then there were like 100 people or 200 people, and then now there's like 1,000 people. You missed most of it. Where were you? I'll have to watch the replay.
You were on the top
Oh.
advisor page.
Yay!
And this on mine.
And yours, yeah. Yes, that's good. You took a nap to my lovely voice. You were napping while I was doing Titivasana.
That's not cool.
Well, I'm happy that you found rest, but okay. So this right here, there is a big shadow. So I have a feeling that it might be nicer over that direction. So let's investigate. Okay. There's less shadow there. There's less shadow right there with both the lights. Huh? That's the rain.
It's rain.
Yeah. It's pouring down rain here. Okay, we're gonna take pictures. I want the pose requests. Okay. I'm gonna face the light like that. Oh, are you okay? Oh yeah, we can bring it in. It's raining a lot. A lot of rain. Getting a lot of light. Then that made a lot of shadow.
Yeah? Oh, well, from here, let me see how it looks in the camera. Let me change the battery.
Okay. Checking you out. Alright, maybe that's alright.
It depends where you see it down, you know?
Okay.
No, I have to like only for one camera.
Okay. They are taking some pictures.
Let me do a picture and show you.
Okay. Okay. Should we take the stuff off from the back?
What do you want to do? It depends the pose.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, it looks maybe strange. I don't know.
It's gonna be weird the thing on YouTube.
Huh?
The shelf?
Oh, that's true. It'll be weird and
You know?
okay.
I think we
All
just have to embrace the shelf and you and
Do you want to try from over there?
I'm gonna show you from over here.
Yeah, just for the different
scene.
scene.
Because move the light there.
Over there.
I could put that little light over there, but then we're gonna
Let's
it's
see.
like getting really dark, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Let's see. We're testing out light. We don't know where I should be. I like it over there much better.
From here?
Yeah,
Right?
way better. Can we get Iyengar out of the picture? Let's get Iyengar out of the picture.
Okay.
I like that angle better too. Sorry, Mr. Iyengar, you're out of the picture. We have to get rid of Iyengar. Nothing against him, but it's fine. Mr. Iyengar, you're gone. See you later. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this way because I'm gonna do Dvipada.
Okay, we will tell people.
You got a fine angle. Huh?
It's making my shot a little bit.
I'll move back. You can move them a little bit towards you if you want. But still in the shot? Okay. That's what I somehow thought you did that. Yeah? So you do Titi-Basana since I'm already like that? You're gonna do Titi-Basana, we just did it all, huh? Do not photograph it. It's a terrible up dog right now. This is that up dog after like behind the head.
Oh yeah.
Let's try Chakarasana. Somebody mentioned Chakarasana. We haven't taken that picture in a long time, huh? Okay. That'll be good. There'll be some pictures of MLC. You know, we took all those pictures of MLC, remember?
Yes. And the thing is, like, the light is not good like now, and it's
Really? Oh, it's hard work, yeah.
To fix them. Maybe next time we take the picture first.
Yeah.
And
We
we
could
watch
do
this video.
That's true. Oh, we could have done pictures while JP was there.
Totally.
Yeah, but we wanted shy.
I have a shadow on your face. Can you do this one slightly and then
Try one more?
Just a little bit.
Tell me sooner. That's okay. I'm just kidding. Tell me sooner.
I'm sorry, I saw it only once the leg was up.
Okay.
It really, I said it right away. Got it.
I don't know if you need that picture.
It's kind of cool in the movement.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's like I'm falling. Looks like my leg is falling.
It's like a dance move.
Okay, we're gonna do my little up dog now. You know what I actually, I think that's good, huh? Do you want to do some with your phone for the Insta story? Let's do your phone and they can stay, then you guys can stay on. Any requests for pictures?
Yeah, some of the asanas we done today, other than the one we did. The warrior. It's okay if they're just in the shot.
You can move them. Or you can just come closer. Yeah. You're fine. Oh, Amber has to be the other way.
Oh shit. It's kind of cool.
You got it?
Okay. One with the rail to pretend you're on my cookie.
Actually, yeah, give me the wheel. That sounds great right now, actually. I don't need the thingies. Whatever. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Okay.
If you guys don't have one yet, we should.
Huh?
If they don't have a wheel yet,
Yeah.
they should, you know.
Oh, this can feel so nice after the leg behind the head. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, 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 my back just cracked. That was awesome. Don't move. Don't move.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Should I video? Careful your hair.
Yeah.
Careful. Okay.
Let's do a few of the, let me just do a few of the over splits and then it'll be good. I just want to kind of tuck my hair. Yeah, it's tucked hair. I'll do a few of these. I don't know if these are good pictures, but they're awesome exercises. Oh, that was so good after the leg behind the head. I was like, seriously necessary. So I learned something from Eugene. You were there, right? So check this out. So I learned this from Eugene that I should try to move back until the hip goes down. Ooh. Okay, that was good. That's fine. I should do the other side, and then I'm really doing this for my own, for me. Okay, so I'm back until the hip wants to go down. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. That's a wrap. We got some good pictures there. We got, I'm sure they're good. Let's see, we're looking at pictures now. It looks like a night yoga. We don't want night. Yeah. Should we do one more regular pose? Yeah. Let's do a regular pose. What regular pose are we going to do? We have to wait out for him anyway. we couldn't have done it before because of the rain anyway. Oh yeah, we need a minute. Okay.
One second. Okay.
Mm. Good deal. Awesome, we got a lot of stuff. Yay! Okay. Woo-hoo. Do I have time to answer any questions? Ask right now. We have a little bit of time. We're wrapping up. I'm learning yoga, but it's hard. Oh, just putting Iyengar back. That's not a fair question. But there was, I didn't read any of those questions. They like came up way too fast. Anything can help lower back. I'm drinking a green juice. The yoga wheel that I was just on is really good for your lower back. Drinking a green juice. And doing what I love definitely makes me happy for a living. You can't hear me. I don't know why you can't hear me. It was weird. I am married. Sound's gone. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what happened to the sound. It's weird. Maybe it's because we're on low battery. Alright guys, time to sign off. The battery's dying, the sound is gone. Thanks for tuning in today. Bye guys.